So, you've started your loop, you've built your scenes, you've built your arrangement, and you've done your automation. Now what? The track still is missing that extra 10%. Look no further. That's what we're covering today. Yeah, this is one of my favorite parts of a track because this is truly where we can polish the edges and really fill in the gaps. So if you're a producer who needs to learn more about that last step of finishing a track, this video is for you. So like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend who needs to learn more about this. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. So, in terms of our effects, there's a couple things I always like to do. So I've got this one sample that I always use, and I think it's cool to have a little something that you can always kind of call your own, you know. I wouldn't exactly say it's anything monumental what this is, but it still is something that when I begin this process, I know that I'm going to do it. And obviously feel free to copy mine if you want, but I would recommend getting your own and sort of having that own flavor to your sound. So it's not actually the start bit of this, it's the end bit. It's the little let me just make sure that it's, yeah, that's better. Just didn't want too much of the click in there. Alright, cool. So this is extremely quiet in the background of the track. Always really quiet. Barely even noticeable. Like when we get to like 16 bars, then we'll 32 bars. I'm kind of just looking for sections where it feels like we're starting a new section. Kind of just helping guide the listener in a way. I feel like that kind of is the aim with the effects, really, is to guide the listener and help them kind of understand what is supposed to be happening here. Obviously in breakdowns you probably might have it a bit more often. I like to have it at the end as well. Save the project. It's good to do that every now and again. You know, just in case your laptop fucking crashes. Can happen. Does happen. Probably will happen. I'm going to move all these down as well, just to get a bit of clarity. So, I need to go and fucking find what sample it is, but there's one sample I use which is always sick for things like this. That one there. I don't even remember what it's called. Let me just have a look. I think it is in the Jaco pack. Let me just have a look. So that's another one, actually. I don't think it's the same one that I'm after. No, I'm after a similar one. Wait. Boom! Found it. Part of me does prefer to have it without, to be honest. Yeah, it sounds nice there. I think here, like how empty it is needed for the track, because at this point it's so like busy that it could do with breathing space. What's next? Right, so I have got some more samples that I use in pretty much every track that we can use here. So if it was a bit more of a garagey track, like proper deep vibes, I would probably use that, but I'm not going to use it today. I'm just going to use this one. This is my favourite one. I use it so much. I'm going to stretch this out to 6 because that's how much it is. We might need to end up using it just that or just that, but we will see. It's tying sections together really nicely. I love it. Yeah, sometimes it's cool to do this as well. And obviously, it's cool to have this sort of go on. Cool, yeah, I was just trying to create a bit of a build-up effect, but I think it's a little bit too full-on, so probably bring down some stuff just a little bit. Yeah, man, that's sounding cool. I'm thinking now, just getting some subtle effect samples just to fill out the gaps, and then finally let's just try and get this right. We absolutely have to get this bit right, so let's just perfect this bit. So continuing with our effect samples, there's a couple that I tend to use quite often, and that's from the Sosa pack. I don't know if this is still flying about, like, but it should be anyways. This one, absolutely killer. Love it. This one won't really be needed that much, to be honest. I don't want to overdo it with these samples because first of all, it's very easy to overdo it. And when you overdo it, it just kind of it makes the track a little bit more gimmicky, I would say. So where's this sample? I don't know what it is, but I use it quite a lot. But I don't know if it'll work for this track, you see, because it is a very full-on sample. It's extremely full-on. You'll be able to tell as soon as I've dragged it in properly. Yeah. I don't know. Is it gimmicky? Is it not? Let's just have a proper listen and just gauge from there. That's the thing with the effect samples. They can get a bit gimmicky, and they can kind of just make the track a little bit too polished, if you will. But let's just listen. think even there. Let's just say now we had this copy the pattern of this guy. Where is it? Yeah, it's cleaned up a little bit now, isn't it? It's getting a bit closer to what I have envisioned in my head. Cool, yeah, I know I wasn't really speaking much then, but I feel like we're pretty much there now. I'm going to give it one final listen by myself, and then if there's any more changes needing made, I will show you lot. If not, I would consider this track done. But let's give it a listen. So having listened, very little changes are needed, really. Very little changes. The only thing I would say is this bit here. I've had the bass come... Basically, because there's so much going on, reverbs, delays, all that shite. The bass is taking up too much headroom, so I've just had it come down like this. argue maybe even this isn't needed. It's a bit more clearer now. I like that. Right. Honestly, I think the track's done. If I make a final 10% of this, you'll know about it. If not, I'll call this track done. I would get it ready for mix and master now. So just like gain stage and getting all the levels right. Obviously, go watch a mix and master video that I've done just to get an idea of, well, the process. But hopefully, from this track from scratch, you'll have seen my process, start to finish, how I make tracks on FL Studio, and you can take something from it. But you know, we got this one done in about 6 hours, maybe 6 or 7 hours. I'm not too sure how long the video was, like the collection of videos, like. But yeah, I'm glad you lot enjoyed. I know I didn't talk very much, and I said it about 16 million times, but I think going forward, when I do these kind of videos, I will sort of do track from scratches like I've done now, but more as a continuous live stream of a song, of a video, sorry, rather than what this video was supposed to be, which is a bit more in-depth, each little section. So stay tuned for those videos. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If I don't make a next part, I'll see you lot in the next one. Peace.